Greetings, everyone. It is wonderful to be with you today, and a special thank you to Mayor Michael Hancock and Mayor Lori Lightfoot for bringing us all together. And to everyone, thank you for being a part of this very important conversation. So we all know that the right to vote is neither a Democratic right nor a Republican right. It's an American right. This week, the United States Senate voted on whether to advance the Freedom to Vote Act. This legislation, coupled with the John Lewis Voting Rights Advancement Act, represents the broadest effort in the past 55 years to strengthen the fundamental right to vote. The Freedom to Vote Act would give voters the access they need and deserve. For example, 2 weeks of early voting, voter drop boxes in every community, same-day voter registration. We all know this is what voters need and deserve to exercise their fundamental rights. No matter who they are, no matter where they live, no matter which party they belong to. It's just a common sense approach. If we believe in the right to vote, we must make it easier and not more difficult for people to vote. This week, Senate Democrats stood united in support of the Freedom to Vote Act. But sadly, Senate Republicans voted against advancing it. Now, I believe deeply that this is a nonpartisan issue. It should be a nonpartisan issue. And that is why the work you are doing is so important. As you create a national action plan on voting, please join us in calling for a national baseline for voting. Please help us to pass the Freedom to Vote Act and the John Lewis Voting Rights Advancement Act. This will take all of us. Over the past few months, I've had many meetings on voting rights. I've held meetings in South Carolina and Georgia and Michigan and here at the White House. I've held meetings with activists and advocates, with local policymakers and elections officials. There was a young poll worker from Pennsylvania who told me he has made it his mission to let his peers know that their vote matters. And the election judge from Maryland who says, "Thank you for your service," every time she hands out an "I voted" sticker. There was the Arizona voter who rode her horse to the polls to show how far members of her tribe must travel to cast their vote. And the California voter who was hearing impaired and told me that, I quote, "being able to vote is a cornerstone of what it means to be part of a community." In essence, what they're each saying is that when the people can vote, when they do vote, they have a say in what happens in their community. They have a say in who leads the school board or city council and who makes decisions that have an impact on their lives. So yes, voting is the cornerstone of our communities. Voting is the cornerstone of our democracy. And that is why, as elected officials, each of us sworn to uphold our nation's Constitution, it is our duty, each one of us, to ensure that every American can exercise their fundamental right to vote. So thank you again for being such a big part of this important conversation. May God bless you, and may God bless America.